the king. That's right, bow to the king.
Today we're gonna have an open box, man, with the DJI Ronin RSC2. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and like the video. And also, if you are a Ronin fan and you have purchased a gimbal or you use a gimbal out in the field, for me personally, I had to pick up the RSC2 because I just felt like getting out there, trying to shoot and whatnot, you know, holding the Ronin like so with the bars, my shoulders would get really tired, you know what I'm saying? Even though I had to stand to set it down, sometimes when you're out there on the shoot, you don't really have time for that, especially when you're in the moment and you're trying to get that shot that you really need. You know, you just kind of roll with it. I've actually messed up my shoulders by doing just that. So I decided, you know what, it's time for me to switch the game up and purchase myself a new gimbal. So I got rid of the old Ronin, man, and now we're in with the RSC2. The link will be down in the description below. What I want to do is basically just have an open box, see what it looks like. I've never held one. I've never seen one. I've only seen people use them. I've never had one myself, so I decided to just pick it up, give it a shot because I've heard good things about it. So let's go to work. So I think I got something to open it with. Let's get a little gutter on this one right here. So you could get different versions of this. I don't necessarily have them in front of me, but I think they have the RSC and just the RS and a couple of smaller versions. The smaller versions run you about $400 or $400 to $500 or so. The only difference from what I understand is that this one here has a menu built into the gimbal, whereas the other ones don't have that. And the reason I like that is because when you're out shooting, you know, instead of trying to calibrate or pull out your phone or something on the Ronin, on the old Ronin M, you'd have to have the DJI app on your phone and you'd have to be trying to, you know, maneuver between the two. So right now, this supposedly has it built in. I can do everything right on the gimbal as it should be. So anyways, let's keep going and see what we got. Okay, so here we are, guys. Yeah. The first thing we got here is just a nice piece of foam. We can put that off to the side, see what we get here. And we got our pamphlet right here. It looks like it's just a quick start guide. You know, I don't know about you, but I never read the quick start guide. I'm one of those people where I feel like common sense is built in. And yes, I have been one of those type of people as well, where you get it and then you put a bunch of stuff together and then you realize, oh, I should have read the manual. Anyways, I never do, and I seem to turn out okay nowadays. The manual comes in this little plastic here. I'm gonna open it up for those that do need a manual, just to see what type of, what does it offer and whatnot. There we are. Gives you the quick start guide, tells you everything you need to know. I probably will be referring to this just because I feel like it might be necessary. So anyways, we're gonna put that back in there, save it. Okay, nice little foam, white baggie. It's beautiful. Or soft material, I don't know what that is. Anyways, here we have it, guys. This is what we're looking like in box, okay? So it looks like you have a nice little stand here for the gimbal, the arm, and the other knickknacks. So let's go ahead and pull it out and see if we can assemble it and see what we got. So this is obviously the stand, okay? It sits just like this, and it's all nice, and you know, the material even feels good, smells brand new, just like I like it, man. That won't last long, I guarantee it. And then we have this. This looks like a small cheese plate or something. Not sure yet, but we will get to it. Let's put this under here like so you guys can see what's happening, okay? We'll raise it up like that. Many pieces. So this looks like the release plate here. The lock, as you can see, it has the little lock right here. Tells you that, you know, right there, you can lock it. It looks like the release right here. So release that, and it looks like, yeah, there's the cheese plate that goes in there. Interesting. Okay, then we have the Big Papa, okay? Now, this feels so good, man. The handle right here is so smooth. This almost feels like a Glock 9, you know what I'm saying? Like you can just get busy with it, but that's not what it's for. So anyways, but it is for shooting. We'll set that down there. Okay, let's reach in here, see what we got. We got some sort of butterfly or something. Not sure what that is exactly. It looks like you have two charging cables. One is old USB, looks like it might be 2.0, an older 2.0, which is weird. But then there's the USB-C, or maybe, yeah, no, that looks like it's 2.0 right there. You guys can see that, but so he has a 2.0 charging cable and a couple of USB-C cables, okay, for charging it. And last but not least, oops, we have our little fresh bags that come in here. Silica sand, silica gel, which is interesting because Not good for you to ever breathe in. It tells you that here. Don't eat or throw away. I think that's everything that's in the box. Now we have a couple of screws here to adjust and assemble, and we have another USB-C charging cable. So that's actually 3 cables total to charge this thing. So I'm not sure why, but we're gonna see in a second here, okay? And there's nothing else in the box. Nothing below, nothing above. Looks like that's it, guys, okay? So there you have it. So it looks like we have the gimbal arm, we have where it sits, actually, the stand, I should say, charging cables, and this is pretty simple. It looks like there's not even a bunch of pieces to this, so this may be very easy to assemble. I think that I'm gonna go ahead and give it a shot and see what we got without reading the manual. Okay, so let's just look at the box. All right, so we know the arm goes there. This comes out. Oh, here we go. It's in that mode right there. So this is the standing mode and there's the screen. So this obviously angles up. Oh, it's locked. Bingo. You know that's right. Okay, so we have that. What the f is missing here? A camera? Swivel that around. Put this on. Yep. We're getting somewhere now. Let's first put the stand here. Just does bend. I knew it did. Interesting. Well, unfortunately, guys, it looks like we had to go to the manual, man. So far, only managed to put the bottom piece on the gimbal. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and finish to see what else we can achieve. So in the manual, okay, I'm gonna let you guys follow along. In the manual, it says here, unlocking the gimbal. Loosen the lock knob to the unlocked position. Unfold the gimbal as shown and tighten the lock knob to the local position. The lock knob seems to be this knob here, but it doesn't move. So this is the lock knob, and it says loosen the lock knob to the unlocked position, which I did, as you guys can see right there. There's a little sign here. It says locked and unlocked, okay, right there. And it says unfold the gimbal as shown and then tighten the lock knob into the locked position. So here's the gimbal, unlocked it, and it should fall back. This is the unlocked position right here. But yet we got nothing. Okay, nothing's happening. Everything seems to be not moving still. So I'm not sure what we're doing wrong, but it's not working. Maybe I locked something that I don't know about. Maybe I didn't. Oh, maybe you have to loosen this lock here. Not really sure, but let's try that. Unlock. Everything's unlocked, man, and it still doesn't move. So I don't want to destroy the gimbal before we figure it out, but it seems to be very odd. Okay. Oh, I got it. You have to pull it out. Watch this, guys. No, that's not it. Not happening. Not really sure. Well, okay. I didn't know it was gonna be that tough. It shifted somehow. There it goes, guys. Very tough, but it's working. We finally got it. So it's seems like a little bit tough. You have to actually force it to go. Seems like you don't want to break it, but you give it some force and it'll go right in. But now that we got it locked in, it looks like we're gonna take it and then we're gonna lock it back, it says here, which is the lock position, which is this way. And then we can kind of just put it down there so it's not in our way. Tighten this back on the bottom as much as we can without over tightening it. So far so good. That's what we got. That's what it looks like. Now it talks about unfolding the gimbal more, which I think this is pretty self-explanatory. We'll go here, we'll push out here, loosen that up, get the plate where we want it, and then we're gonna go here and turn this around to the opposite side. Now we're almost done. Now we got the gimbal right where we want it to be. Let's turn this box around so you guys can see a little bit better just what it's supposed to look like as I watch as well. Right now, we have our screen headed this way. We have our mount here. We have our grip handle here. As you can see, nice screen on the back. Then we're going to adjust the arm, okay? Now we turn it, lock it in place. I can see now where it's all supposed to go. Okay, so then we're gonna flip over the arm to the opposite side. Just swing it around here. There we go. Now we're looking like it's supposed to look. Now we lock that, okay? We're getting it to just look like it looks on the box. That's what we're doing, okay? Flip it around. Oh, it's looking wonderful. It's looking sweet. And here is where we're gonna mount this down, unlock that, and that is where the camera will mount to. Lock that in place. So looks like everything's good there, and it looks like this is where the plate's gonna go. Now let's go ahead and lock this in. It looks like there's two. So there's one bigger, and it looks like there's one smaller. I don't know why, but here, let's take this out so you guys can see. So one's a little bit bigger and one's a little bit smaller, or maybe they're the same size. No, they're actually different. So I'm assuming for bigger cameras, which we have a bigger camera, we're gonna actually try to balance the M50 and see what the M50 looks like on here, just so we can see what it looks like mounted with a camera, okay? Later we'll try the GH5, but right now we're gonna try the Canon M50 mounted to the top of here and see where we can go, which entails the smaller plate that it came with. We're gonna hold on to this plate and we're gonna attempt to use this one, okay? Now, I also can see where the charging ports are. The charging ports, there's one here and there's one here, and it's basically RSS and which is the camera looks like, and then it has two other ones. One looks like Wi-Fi and maybe something else. There's like 4 of them, and then as you can see, the LCD screen on the bottom there, pretty sweet. Not too bad in weight. Remind you, there's no camera here yet. So right now you're looking probably about, I'd say maybe a pound or so, and then we still don't have a camera attached. So let's see what that looks like with the camera. So now we're gonna grab the M50 and attempt to mount. Guess we'll go back to the manual. Mounting the camera. So basically we got the Canon M50, one of my old vlog cameras. Really good for vlogging and whatnot. I've done tons of vlogs with this. I actually shot tons of video with this, challenge videos. More for YouTube. To me, it's a very lightweight, good camera, decent. We're just gonna attempt to mount it to the Ronin, see what it does, okay? We have a couple of screws DJI provided us with. We'll just put those right here on the table, see what we got, okay? A locking plate for this one to the bottom of the camera. You guys can see that, and we can lock it. You guys can see that, and then you have it folds down like so. Very lightweight, very sleek, very pristine, okay? We slide this back in the plate here, and there's a locking bracket underneath that locks it in place. You don't need to push too hard, it's pretty solid. Okay, now that we have that mounted, there's also a piece that allows you to uphold the lens. That's for your lens support. If you needed lens support, I don't think I would need that. For my bigger lens, I may, but not for this particular lens. So we're not gonna attach that right now, okay? Instead, we're gonna have this here, and we're gonna lock that in place, there. Then we're gonna attempt to mount the bracket here. So it looks like this is pretty self-explanatory. I hate saying that because nothing's self-explanatory, okay? If you guys haven't done this before, then obviously you don't know how, like me. So we're just attempting to put things in perspective here, and then we can balance out. But for now, it looks like the arrow, you guys have to follow the arrow on the bottom, loads in this way. Looks like the unlock is here, and maybe we need to, let's see how it sits to mount. Toggle the lever on the camera mounting plate to the unlock position. We did that. It's unlocked, and here it's unlocked as well. I think we're gonna have to maybe go up this way. It's pretty weird. Can't be, right? It is right. Okay, I'm not a pro at this, man. So it does go that way. Okay, I thought so. We're just being silly, that's all. And voila, achieved, okay? Everything looks to be in place. This arm we can lock so it doesn't move. That is how you achieve the success of mounting your gimbal, okay? Very lightweight, still not too bad with an M50. Now, mind you, this probably would be heavy when I put the GH5 on here with a Sigma Art 24 to 70 millimeter lens. You know, that's a lot of weight with the rig, with the audio Sennheiser box. That's probably gonna be a pretty heavy load, but this can handle it. There you have it, guys. The DJI Ronin RSC2 mounted with a Canon M50. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, comment down below, like the video. If you're looking to purchase a DJI Ronin RSC2, the link will be down in the description below. Thanks for watching. Remember, stay focused on your dreams and through your lens.